Who's there? Hello? Anybody home? Anybody home? Hello? Anybody home? Invite, share with your neighbors, your friends, your foes, your colleagues, your clients, your punters, your service users. Just share with everybody, your family, your friends, even with the enemies, because the Justified Hooker is back on TikTok Live. Hi everyone. Hi everyone. Hi. Hi. Alright, there's something I am trying to do here, which is make the font big. Oh, somebody says I have read your book. Hang on, what name? You guys, okay, enhance. No, that's not the font. Thank you so much for buying my book, Reading My Life. Thank you. Thank you. Right, the font. Font size. Oh, thank you. No, I don't want to enlarge me. I want to enlarge the writing. Thank you so much for reading my book. Yes. That is my life, my experiences, my strengths, my vulnerabilities, just everything. Okay. Let's see this one here. No. I don't know how I did it last time. Where can I buy your book? You can buy my book in Waterstones or on Amazon. Yeah? In Waterstones or on Amazon. I want to sit down, but then that can happen if I've enlarged the font. Otherwise, I'll not be able to see anything. Okay, let's see. Quick poll. No, I can't find any option. Or is it? No, not even with the volume. You know, last time I did it by mistake, by accident. The font just went really big. Can't I get it higher? This is what I've been trying to do, to enlarge the font, and then I can read the messages. The font is really small, unless, okay, maybe. See? Now I pressed the wrong thing. I was almost off the live. Okay, I should have searched it. Right, somebody just search for me how to enlarge font on TikTok Live, because I don't want you thinking I am ignoring you, which I am not. Yes, you can get my book from Waterstones or from Amazon. Yeah? And when you've read it, please do me a favor, do the world a favor, leave a review. Yeah? Leave a review. If you've been edified, change of mindset, change of heart, change of whatever, or if you've just enjoyed reading a true experience, just leave feedback. Leave a review on Amazon or on Amazon, wherever you got it, Amazon or Waterstones. Can I get it higher? Yes, you can get it higher. Yeah. You know, leave a review. Please, darling, please leave a review. Thank you. I've just finished with a what word can we use on here? Well, punter, client can be, customer can be anything, isn't it? It's not just about the S word, isn't it? If I say I've just finished with the customer, It could be anything. What if I was selling some chains and the customer has only just left? Yeah, could be anything, could be whatever. So I've just finished with a customer. He was, a nice man. It's his birthday tomorrow, Wednesday. So he was like, tomorrow I think I'll come again. I said, look, you've only just had a good time. Go home, breathe, take a breather, breathe from this experience, and then you can decide. Stop making promises just because you've just finished, So he said, no, it's my birthday. I wanted to treat myself for my birthday. So now that I know what you're about, I'm coming back. When you get to that point where you say, what? Just go to your cousin. Sorry, no disrespect, but there are some people who just don't understand. Leave me alone. Why ring me on withheld number 50 times a day? What's the point? I'm not your cousin. Hello? Share the live. Yeah, thank you for sharing. There's somebody there who has shared. I could still do with a bigger font. Trust me, I could do with a bigger font. Guest host. It can't be that. It can't be that. Thank you for sharing. Is it Keisha? Keisha Star, thank you for sharing my live. How can I make a book? Hey, she says, I love your energy and honesty. You know what? Even if I died today, I would know that I lived my life my way. I lived my life as me, not how my dad wanted it, not how my mom wanted it, not how my brothers wanted me to live, not how Boris Johnson wanted me to live it. I've lived my life my way. I am nobody. Yeah? I'm not in anybody's way. You look amazing. Love your outfit. Thank you. Thank you. And what if I told you that my neighbor bought this outfit? My friend and neighbor, Venus, bought this outfit for me. When you're a celebrated hooker in the neighborhood, when you're not just a happy hooker or a justified hooker, but you are also a celebrated hooker, trust me, I've got all these neighbors around here who get me bits and bobs. When they go else somewhere and they see something, they think, that hooker would love this. That hooker would love this. And I've got so much. So if I tell you that this is from the neighborhood, believe me, I will always tell you where I got something from. This right here is from one lady in the neighborhood. Hand on heart. I don't need to exaggerate. If I had bought it online, I would have simply said online. But no, a neighbor who celebrates me, my career, my profession, my calling, and just thought, you might like that. Yeah. So that's why I say become what you will love. Become what you will accept. Become what you will enjoy. It's the only way for other people to accept you. Why am I the celebrated hooker? Because I've become what I've accepted, and people have had no choice but to adjust, and some have just loved it. There's one lady there, one of my neighbors who died. When she sees anybody looking for my house number, she'll say, are you looking for the black lady? She's over there. I thought, oh, how sweet. Yeah? Are you looking? So she should sit outside just to trafficate people. And then people would come in so embarrassed, like, oh my God, there's an old lady there who just pointed me to the right direction. I said, yeah, and one day, her son was emptying her house, and I was like, don't tell me she's moving. He said, no, she died. I said, no way. He said, yeah, she died. Oh, rest in peace. Rest in peace. Can you lend me some money? I'm looking for dough. I'm hustling, looking for money. You know, lend you some money. I don't have money. I'm literally looking to be adopted by somebody who can just say, right, sit back for a bit. You know, sit back for a bit. Not sit back from my work, because my work is my therapy. You know, oops, I've got to keep it clean. Keep laying on your, whatever, but yeah. Whatever, but yeah. And everybody, do not borrow people money. Do not lend people money. And, you know, it's an accident waiting to happen. It's the end of if there was a friendship or whatever, you know, even if, oh, no, you know, she's been my mate since high school. Respect your mate and don't borrow her money. Stop, you know, it's just an accident waiting to happen. I think we've all known that by now. We've all experienced that by now. All of us here, we've been disappointed before. Why didn't I search? Somebody tell me how to enlarge the font on this phone, on this TikTok live. There's a way to do it. I don't know how. If anybody knows, just type it here and I'll do it that way, because I don't want to keep putting my head forward as if I'm about to, you know, when all I want to do is read. What phone? It's a 13. iPhone 13. Who was the woman in your video? Which video in particular? I've had a few people in my videos. So which one? At least, you know, elaborate a little bit. Which video? Which video are we talking about? How's Jody? I don't know. I don't know how Jody is. All I know is that her son is on bail right now for what he did to me. Her son is on bail, waiting. Yeah, waiting to be charged, blah blah. But I know he's on bail. Yeah. So I miss Jody. Jody was amazing, an incredible woman. But every family, I've told you this again and again, every family has that one big time, full time AH. Yeah? AH. Oh, somebody says, I miss you. Oh, thank you. Andrew, I miss you. Now, how are you doing today? Yes, I'm good. The video where it was a video, she thought it was a photo. She thought it was a photo. The Nike, the JD Sport. The JD Sport? Okay, I didn't even realize she thought it was a photo. Is that the one we're talking about? Stay right there 1 second. Don't go. Don't go. Where are you based? I'm based in Manchester. It's the Happy Hooker in Manchester. I'm in Manchester, East Manchester. How do you keep your figure looking amazing? You gotta share some secrets. Every figure has a secret. Every figure has a secret. Everybody who knows me from the past knows that I used to be a size 18. Every figure has a secret. When you broke down on the M56 and 2 traffic officers helped you. Remember when you broke... Oh my God! Oh my God, everybody! Oh my God, don't tell me that was you, the good guy. When you broke down on the M56 and 2 officers, no way. No way. I knew that one day. Were you the good guy? Not the officers, but the 2 guys for the... No way. No. And you saw the little secret and... Oh God, I don't even know how to say it. Jeez. Wow. Wow. I've talked about you so much for a long time to a lot of people. You know what? You deserve me in every form. You deserve the whole of me, all of me, from the crown of my head to the soles of my feet, wherever you can find a hole, whether it's anywhere you can find a hole. I got you. My God. Oh my God. The thing is, I cannot message you, okay? Because I'm banned on TikTok. I can only go live. I cannot do anything on TikTok right now. I cannot comment. I cannot post. I can only go on live. So it's a mercy that at least I can go on live. Otherwise, I am banned. So if you message me and I ignore you, don't think I'm ignoring you. I cannot. But my goodness me, I've talked about you almost every day for... was that 3 years ago? I've still got the date in my phone. And then the RAC came and you clocked it. You clocked the secret, man. Jeez. You know, what can I say? I love you. From the bottom of my heart, I love you. And I want to show you how much I love you. I want to show you. I want to show you how much I love you. We need to catch up. You guys, I had a breakdown. 2 police officers came, and these 2 guys, oh, what I'm going to do to this guy, what I'm going to do to you, I'll go more than the extra mile for you. What's your name, by the way? If you guys want, oh my God, look, every speciality I've got, I got you. My goodness me, it's a small world. It's a small world. But I knew that one day, we're going to catch up. I thought we're going to catch up because I told you what I did. Why have you left it so long? I thought you were still going to find me in one way or the other. But you found me on TikTok. Thank you, TikTok. Thank you. Thank you, TikTok. I found that man who is so confidential, so bloody nice. At the same time, I do get embarrassed sometimes. And this is one of those moments. You guys, you cannot understand what happened. Anyway, I will put this video on TikTok. Oh, sorry, on YouTube. Yeah? YouTube. What's my name on YouTube? Sandra. Ntonya. My full name, Sandra Antonia, on YouTube. I will put this video there for those of you who want to catch up and think, why am I excited? I am excited. That day was one of the most bizarre days in my life. In my entire life. One day I wish I could come and explain exactly what happened. But my God, dude, you are awesome. I just want to give you my best recipes, my best, you know, my experience. You know, I'm experienced, talented, passionate. I want to give you the best because you deserve the best. That glory, that honor for what you did for me that night, you deserve the best. I'll say no more. You're probably saying, shut up, shut the fuck up, shut up, shut up. Will you just shut? I will shut up. I will shut up. I will shut up. That's it. Okay, let me have a sip of my drink. Hey, life's experiences. Wow. What's your name anyway? Okay, let's just keep it discreet for now. Oh. What? Who's asking what? The font is too small, but right now I'm just excited. I came on this live at the right time and caught up with the right person at the right time. You know, everything flows. Everything flows. This day was meant to be for me to find you. Big kisses, love. Big kisses. Kiss, kiss, kiss. Even you are a bit confused as well, weren't you? Thinking, what the fuck is going on? I know, I've got so much to explain to you. You need to come here, even if you have to come for overnight, do. Even an overnight, just do that, okay? But still bring a little bit of but like 70%. 70% off the sausages. You know, I make some sausages from South Africa. Some wonderful sausages, you know, with garlic and spices, you know, so 70% off these sausages for you, darling. All night long. Why is it any of your business? Yeah, when we're on this live, it's everybody's business. What we're talking about is everybody's business at that moment in time. Yeah, don't be shy. Yeah. Oh, where'd you get your car from, eh? I miss Jody. There's a Mercedes down the road. You can, you know, how much did you pay for it? 36. 36 what though? All I said was 36. 36 rounds of doggy, 36 rounds of missionary, 36 what? Nobody has ever asked that question. 36 what? It could be 36. How much do you pay for it? It could be 36 of anything. 36 of back door, you know, because the back door is more pricey. You know, the back door as in if you have to go in through the back door, you know, because I've got two doors. There's that front door and this back door. The postman puts it at the front door, but then the back door is more pricey. So what if it was 36 back doors? What if 36 back doors? Oh, thank you for the roses. The roses, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Thank you for the roses. Thank you for the roses. Wow, what triggered those roses? Is it the back door? Because I said it's quite pricey and somebody's just giving me for, you know, yeah. You see this back door here. Yeah, quite pricey. But I don't care. I love it. I don't care. I love it. I love it. In fact, I think my main thingy is at the back door. Yeah, there's a back door just here on the lounge. You know, I don't normally use it. Not normally, but yeah, every now and again, say when I'm bringing in furniture, you know, or removing furniture, it's better at the back door. It's better at the back door. Wow, these flowers, thank you. Thank you, thank you. I wish I could call you by your name. I wish, but guess what? By any other name, a rose flower still smells as sweet. So don't think, oh, she didn't shout my name, she didn't shout my name. Because guess what? I am grateful, immensely grateful. Whoever you are, the font is that small. I can only see 183 roses, 41 roses, 42, 43. Wow, you guys love back issues. I've never received all these roses until I've talked about the back door. Do you want to come in, bring furniture through the back door or what? I don't know. Where's your corset from? Like I said, I'll put this video on YouTube. I can't post anything until tomorrow on here. So this corset, my neighbor bought it for me. I was just explaining earlier. My neighbor bought it for me. Yeah. And the back is really beautiful. Have I closed the zip of my skirt though? So that's the back. That's the back door. You know? The back. Yeah. PG tips. PG tips. Naughty neighbor. Oh my God, my neighbors get me stuff, you know. I do give them a refund, but I appreciate the heart. The heart for them to just celebrate a neighbor who is a hooker and just think, wow, she'll look good in that. She'll love that. Knowing her and what she does and her passions and talents and experiences and her career and her job, knowing her, she'll love that. She'll look good in that. She's gonna rock it in that. She is going to make dough in that. She's going to. And really today when my person came in today and I opened the door, of course I was not wearing this skirt. I was wearing what do you do? Come on, somebody just say, because I don't want to be blocked. Somebody answer somebody. Please, somebody, you do the answers, because I am not explaining. The moment I start to explain what I do, you know, then that's it. Then that's it. Yeah. No, don't be sorry. Don't be sorry. It's just one of those things. Tell us the rugby player story. Okay, yes, I said I would. Yes. Can I buy your corset? I do sell my used but this corset is sentimental because, like I say, bought by a neighbor. Oh, hi there, girl. Somebody says, oh, it's you. Oh, it's you. Yeah? I'm happy. Oh, God, they're justified. I saw your story about Marland. Are you okay? Yeah. Yes, we will talk about that. Let me turn off the cooker once again. I was cooking something before I burned. Yeah. And then I will explain the full story about Marland. So, are you going to screen record? Because I don't want to keep explaining the same thing 20, 30, 40 times. Is she a hook? She's a happy hook, a justified hook, a talented, experienced hook. You know, she is a hook. Oh, she just hooks everything everywhere. Yeah. So who's going to, you know, because I don't want to keep I say, okay, no. I didn't explain on TikTok. I explained on Facebook that a while back. Okay. Yes, so share. Somebody said what? STD. STD merchant. Let me tell you something. Wow. I hate that sort of energy. Do you know I have not had sex without a condom. I have not had sex without a condom for about 12 years. You're going to catch STDs from all these Tinder websites, one night stands, all these nightclubs, whatever you do. Not from a professional like me. I get tested. I've never caught any STD, by the way. So don't just judge me as an STD merchant. Because of what? Whether it's because of that or because of my profession. Like some people just think, oh, she's from Africa, she must have AIDS. No. Stop assuming. It's very shallow. In fact, get off this page. It's very shallow to just assume that because I am an escort, a sex worker, a hooker, that means I've got STD. I have never, if there's one person who is clean, immaculate, my immune system is clean. It's this hooker right here. If I had all sorts, I probably wouldn't have come out because I would have thought, oh my God, well, I didn't necessarily come out. People brought me out. You know, backstabbers brought me out. But I would have shied away. Wow, what makes you just think I would have STD? Never judge people by their profession or their color or their origin because you're going to miss it. You could probably catch STD from your own, I'll put it that way, from your own, whoever you call your own could be the ones giving you STD or HIV. Okay, so just be careful in this life. Don't assume. It's very shallow to assume. It shows me how narrow-minded, how shallow, how, you know, I could say all sorts of words here that would get me blocked. But because I don't want to, I am just going to block you because I don't like this foolish energy on my... Right, where's the block? Come on. Where do I place? Oh, there it is. Yeah, the reason I am blocking this guy, let me explain before I even block him. Am I blocking him because he's being controversial? I don't expect everybody to like me. And I don't want to be liked by everybody. I don't mind if somebody is controversial, but there's certain energy nobody needs. I must admit, I have lost almost all my family to HIV/AIDS. I'm from Malawi. Malawi is high on the rank for AIDS. Okay? But this person right here managed to make it and come to UK in 2002 without catching AIDS. And even here, I am careful because I could still catch it here. I could still catch AIDS here. Right, if anybody has... Oops. Oh. What made me think the nipple was out? Oh, God. Yeah. So, Mr. STD merchant, I bet, you know, you've had all sorts you've had all sorts of pus and whatever dangling down you, and you want to take it out on me. On me. My goodness. People, I'll educate you something. This is what I say. My page is for edification. That's why I want to edify you before I block you. I will block you, but I want to tell you, never assume. Don't. And to those, everybody else listening, don't just think, okay, from Africa, right? AIDS. From Malawi, TB. Is there a lot of people with AIDS in Malawi? A lot. A hell of a lot of people with HIV/AIDS. But don't just think, okay, she's foreign, because AIDS, because STD, hooker, escort, black. No, it doesn't work that way. Life doesn't work that way. In my life as an escort, only one person revealed to me that he was HIV positive. Only one. Arnold. Only one. has ever come to me and said, guess what? I've got HIV. But also, he's the safest. If I had to fight... right, let's talk without this person on here. Let's talk without this person on here. Blog, confirm. Okay, that person has gone. Yeah. So let me just educate some of you guys here, okay? I've been an escort for over 10 years. And I say only one person has revealed to me their HIV status. Do you think it's only that one person I have been with who has got HIV? Obviously not. Obviously not. Of course, I'm sure I've been with, well, not plenty, but I've been with a handful of people with HIV. But do I have anything to worry about? No. I take precaution. But this man who revealed to me that he was HIV positive is the safest person I could ever be with, because these days, undetectable equals untransmittable. And this guy is, you know, if you don't know your HIV status, zip it. I've got my HIV status on my GP. My GP knows what I do, and he tests me. My results are on the NHS. You know, with the NHS England have my blood results to say this woman is free, HIV free. But most people would just want to assume and assume without getting tested. Do you know who you've been with? Do you know who you've been around? Do you know where you've put your head? Do you know? Even though certain things are very low risk, I must say very, very low risk, but do you know where you've dumped your dump? Guess what? Yes, of course, yes. It's statistics. No, I'm not denying somebody said it's statistics. I am not denying that, you know, it's all in my autobiography. Somebody just read Confessions of a Justified Hooker. There's somebody here who said she's read it. I think you've read the chapter I explained about HIV and AIDS in Malawi. I even wrote a poem in my book dedicating to people I have lost through HIV. I've grown up watching people die. Watching people die from when I was as young as 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I've watched people die. People died of AIDS in Malawi from every corner, from every street, from every household. Every household in Malawi has lost lots of family to AIDS, including mine. Including mine. Last time I went to Malawi, it was scary. I remember everybody was like, oh yeah, of course I'm taking HIV medication. Of course I'm taking HIV medication. Of course. I was literally the only person on that group, you know, of my cousins, my family, who has no HIV. It was like, wow. But I didn't think of myself any more highly than them, just because, you know, catching HIV does not mean you've been promiscuous. It does not mean somebody's a slut or a hooker or whatever. I've known people who have caught HIV from sleeping with that one person. One person. Some even on the first night of breaking their virginity, on the first night of doing, they've caught HIV. It's a harsh world out there. There's blood on the streets. So you don't know my story. I don't know your story. But the best we can do is just to not assume. And guess what? Somebody asked me to talk about the Mal and Yardi story, you know, and then I've diverted. Yeah. Sorry about that. Have I still got time to talk about Marland? Yeah, and I said if I'm going to talk about Marland, please just screen record because I will not manage to talk about him all the time, but at least if anybody requests anything, and what I am about to tell you, the story I am about to tell you about Marland Yardi is the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth. It's something I could say even in the court of law under oath. It's something, I could explain the same thing now under oath. It's just the truth. Nothing added, nothing subtracted. Just nothing added, nothing. Oh, you expose your clients. Okay, so you wanted Marland Yadi to rape in my house, and then I keep it a secret because, oh, he's a client. I am going to let him get away with rape. No. Of course I'm going to expose a rapist, if that's what you mean. But yeah, you know. Any question? Where do we start? You expose your clients. The rapists, definitely. I'm not judging because... Oh, I don't know where that statement came from. You've just said I'm not judging. I don't know what came before that. Escorts are way cleaner and safer. Tell them. Tell them. A lot of men now are realizing. They're realizing. I think they've been there and caught all sorts of, chlamydias and gonorrheas and all sorts from just diving in. Diving in on the one-night stands. Diving in because somebody has told them that I'm actually a princess where I come from. Oh, you're a princess. At least I tell you I'm a hooker. And you use Durex. We use Durex. It is what it is. Period. No ifs, no buts, no non-negotiable. We use Durex. Full stop. Full stop. This video has now turned to education, so please, TikTok will not allow me to save this video. So it's going to be on YouTube. But if anybody is screen recording to just teach that neighbor, teach that illiterate neighbor, teach that neighbor who is in the closet and also assumes that every escort will have HIV and STDs and whatever. Just teach them something that no, escorts are far much cleaner. I get guys who want to pay me £700 more for sex without a condom. £500 more for sex without a condom. Come on, every escort has experienced that. But there's one person I can tell you who would rather eat dust than go shagging without a condom, and that is this happy hooker right here, this justified hooker. So if any man wants to come to me and say, right, girl, remember, on your lounge, on your table, I put your far back to your shoulders and we did rat-ta-ta and what's the code? Please come forward. Come forward. And I've had plenty guys, but I still get tested for HIV. You know why? Another reason I like to also get tested in spite of not engaging in those. Okay, let's cut the long story short. On the other side, I cannot put content of the what I'm talking about. Yeah, but you know where. Wink, wink. I'm not a good winker. Wink, wink. Yeah. Sandra Antonia, wink, wink. Then you will see that everywhere it's covered. On oral, saliva is is a disinfectant. If you could catch HIV through saliva, my God, would all be dead by now. But yeah, but you'll see that every aubergine, I love vegetables. You'll see that every aubergine and cucumber is wrapped in cling film, and you will see that it's so obvious. You don't even have to zoom in to see the wrapped up cucumber. You can always find it on that, Tesco, Audi, the cucumbers are all there for you to see. All there. It's all there, covered in cling film. She's a grown woman. Somebody's asking, are you worried about... Read Confessions of a Justified Hooker. You guys, if you guys read that book, and then we can, you'll come on my live all the time, knowing how I've owned it. knowing how I became something that I accepted. You will read my autobiography, please, because then I'll feel like I keep writing my autobiography every day, every day. Read it, read it, read it, read it. And to some of you who have read it, can you just answer some of these questions that people are asking, please? Can you just answer some of these questions? Okay, right, about on the rugby player. Okay, I'm not going to read any comments right now. Right, on the rugby player. The story I'm about to tell you now. Okay, no, let me start again because record, screen record. Hi everyone, it's the Happy Hooker in Manchester. My name is Sandra Antonia. I'm the Happy Hooker, the Justified Hooker, and I've been a hooker for a while. And Marland Yardi, the England international rugby player, was once upon a time a client. He was my client in 2021 towards the end of the year. That is when I first got to know Marland. He first came into this house for business as a punter to a hooker. He sought my services. Seek and you shall find. Marland sought my services and he found me. And he came on that morning. I remember there was a Manchester City game and there was a win. You know, Manchester City won on that day. So they partied all night in Manchester at some 5-star apartment in Manchester. They partied all night celebrating the Manchester win. I think he partied with some Manchester City footballers and stuff like that. You know, just some elite people in the sports industry. They partied that night, and then in the morning he ended up here because he wanted my services. What services do I provide? What services did Marland want? What did Marland come to do in my house? Simply XES. XES. Yeah. So he came in that morning with, see, I wish I was, I'm using my phone right now for this live. I wish I was on my phone to tell you the exact dates, you know. Oh, come on now. I need a laptop. This is what I'm saying. Somebody, I need an Apple laptop, not a MacBook, no. A laptop, because then I need my phone. I wanted to tell you everything with the exact dates, times, messages, what was said, what was not said. So, but I can't because my phone is in front of you. But that was November. Yeah. November was my first meeting with Marland Yardi. October, November. But I know there was a big Manchester City win game. So anyway, he ended up here. He came in looking fly, super duper fly, you know. He sat right here. He sat on that lounge, I remember, on that couch. He sat on that couch there. That's where Marland Yardi sat. And that was the first time I saw this thing, the canister used for balloons. You know, the canister for balloons. So he was doing balloons and balloons and balloons, Coke, balloons, Coca-Cola, balloons, Coca-Cola, you know, cartons and cartons and cartons. And then we went to the room and I gave him a 5-star service, as I do. You know, he's much younger than me, but he picked me. Yes, some men just love them a little bit older, you know, because apparently the older women are mature, experienced, more passionate. They don't just rush, and off you go. Move it. Next. No, you know, with passion. And I looked after him with as I do, with passion. So he paid me for that hour. And then I said, right, you know, you've overstayed. Do you want to pay for another hour? My God, hell broke loose. Oh, how much money do you want to make? I said, no, you know, just over. So I said, well, if you don't want to, it's cheaper down the road there. There's a brothel there. It's called Infinity. All you guys from Manchester know Infinity, Ashton Road. So don't you start telling me you don't know it. Infinity is a lounge. Let's just say a lounge, a massage parlor. Some people call it, well, come on guys, participate. What do you call a massage parlor? You all know the name. Don't start shying away now. Guys usually call it romping shop. Others call it a brass scarf. Others call it a knocking shop. Others just call it a massage parlor. So I've worked there before in the past. That was then. So I said, if you want, then just, you know, it's cheap at the massage parlor. I think it's about, what, £50? Men, don't shy away. Come out from your closet, from your underground. Participate, because this topic, you're all familiar with it. It resonates. How much is it at Infinity, dudes? Yeah, so he took, you know, he rang Infinity, asked what girls are on, asked me where it is. Oh, where is it? Where is it? Little did I know that he's a regular, a frequent flyer at Infinity Brothel, you know. What does somebody say there? Anyway, so, yeah. So that morning, you know, he just wanted to pay for an hour and stay 7 hours. He must have stayed at least 5 hours after paying for 1 hour. After paying 1 hour. Just doing balloons and Coca-Cola. Balloons, Coca-Cola. Balloons, Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola. Coke. Balloons, Coca-Cola. Diet Coke. You know, Coca-Cola. Coke. Okay. And then he ran out of balloons. And when I say lots and lots of balloons, I mean hundreds. Yeah. And then he ran out of balloons. Then I say, look, oh, I want balloons. I said, just go. Don't get them from here, because you don't want to pay for another hour. You've already overstayed for more than 5 hours. You've literally refused to pay for even another hour. Look at the time. I said, what time did you come here? You came here around 6 in the morning. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. It's around 1 o'clock now. Have you got no shame? Have you got no mercy? And remember, by the way, at this point, I didn't know he's a rugby player. I didn't know he's a rugby star. I didn't have a clue. I just, you know, took him in as any other, as I do any other person, every other person, you know, give them a good service, the best I can. But then, yeah, you know, when somebody is just indulging in balloons and balloons, Coke, balloons, head. I usually hold my mouth when I'm coughing, but today allow me to just cough. And then I say, no, you're not getting any more, you're not getting any more coughing. No. So honestly, that was around 6 o'clock when he came. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. He went to Infinity at 1 o'clock. So that means he stayed 6 hours, but had only paid for an hour, and just demanding, you know. Oh, for the avoidance of doubt, and to the doubters, Malad Yadi has got a tattoo here written Christian and a cross, a crucifix, cross, and literally written down Christian. And on this knee he's got an operation. You know, he must have hurt his knee and had a big operation on this knee. Yeah. But then when I saw his body, I remember his body was identical to Kolo. You know Kolo Toure? Kolo who played for Liverpool? Marland and Kolo, identical physique, identical body. And I remember thinking, I just thought, well, he must be an athlete. But one thing gave me doubt. He cannot be an athlete on so much coke. Because of the amount of Coca-Cola he was taking, Diet Coke. I thought, no, he cannot be. Was it Yaya Toure? Was he Yaya Toure? No. We're talking about Marland Yardi, the rugby player who has since been suspended by sales sharks. Okay, where was I? Yeah. So I remember he ran out of balloons. I need to go and get, I need more balloons. I said, no, just go. Oh, I want balloons. Tantrum like a kid. Some people have never been told no in their life. And that's Marland Yardi. You could tell he's never been told no in his life. There's a difference between being assertive, being in control, and then just being a baby tantrum. No, you don't take no for an answer because your mom has never told you no. Well, I know his dad's a dentist, his mom's a lawyer, according to what he told me, his dad is a dentist because we had this conversation and he was like, of course I believe in science. My dad's a dentist, I'm only saying these things for the avoidance of, for the doubters, because there's always that asshole who's going to doubt and say she's just. Trust me, this was a crucial police case and the battle has not ended because I'm asking, you're telling me, okay, step by step. Oh, I want balloons. I said, just go. No, I want balloons. Just go. I want balloons. I want my balloons. I just want my balloons. I said, look, I'll ask one of my people to go and get your balloons for you. Hello? Hello? Okay. Transfer money into my account. And I said, because I thought I'll probably send a neighbor to go and buy balloons. I'm not getting that money back. Then I thought, look, you've already overstayed. You don't want to go. I said, I've had enough of this. At this point, I had had enough. Oh, I can't go to the shop to buy balloons. You just go, I can't go to the shop. I can't go to buy balloons. I can't. I said, okay then, I'm not taking my money. Oh, no, I'll give it back to you later. I said, no, transfer me the money. I've got cash. You transfer me the money. I will give somebody money to buy you the balloons. Okay then. Then he transferred me cash. Sorry, he did me a transfer and I gave to one of my neighbors the particular balloons he wanted. Okay? In fact, he wanted my neighbor to go to the shop far away where the balloons are £2 cheaper. £2 cheaper. I said, oh, come on. Well, I'm just doing you a favor and you want them to go to where? Hume. You want my neighbor to go to Hume for your balloons? And it's just a favor? I said, no. For what? Was it £1.50 difference? I said, come on, man. Now you're taking the piece. Okay then. Everyone always wants to rob my money. Really? Do you know how long you've overstayed? You've overstayed your welcome for 5 hours. Okay, right. Long story short, I tell one of my neighbors, I say, look, where do you guys buy balloons? I've never seen them. I think I must have seen the ones. I see them in the road. All these silver things and stuff like that. I'm not familiar with balloons. I've never seen a shop that sells balloons. So one of my neighbors says, oh, yeah, I know a shop. I said, okay. When these balloons come, you're not using them in my house. You're going to use them there. So can you get dressed? I gave my neighbor the money. Can you get dressed? And then when they come with the balloons, you are out. You still don't want to pay, not even for an extra hour. How cruel and pathetic. At that point, remember, I don't know he's an England international athlete. I don't know. To me, I just know he's a twat. An asshole, a dickhead. And I'm thinking, right, one more, if he says no one more time, I'll have to ask somebody to remove him, because I've got one or two humans beware of dogs. Humans beware of dogs who can remove somebody who is very problematic. I rarely use that service. I rarely use them, but rarely. But at this point, yeah, I thought I'm going to have to press that the bulldog to come and remove this person. Okay, my neighbor rushed for the balloons and brought them to the door. I said, right, you're going to have to go. You're not using these balloons here. No. I stuck to my guns. No. And that was it. Left. Oh, let me call first. I need to make sure who is available at Infinity. Okay. Yeah. Just phone. So he rang Infinity, giving the image that he doesn't know where it is or how it works. How does it work there? But guess what? He's a regular, frequent flyer. Long story short. No, I'm African. The African in me elaborates the story. Elaborates. I'm sorry, Your Honor. There's no such thing as long story short. It's got to go in detail. Because if I say long story short, then it's just Marland raped. Yeah, actually, I'm not even talking about the day he raped. I'm talking about the first day he came. Right, let's go to the... You're right, love. Long story short, let's go to the day he raped. I was only trying to tell you that Marland was a twat. Is a twat. Is an... Okay, that was first day. And then second day when he asked... The second meet when he asked me to go and get him a woman, a girl, Candice, the girl with no teeth, at the red light district. You don't want to use your Range Rover. So he had a Range Rover which was taken by the police because it was a crime scene, okay, on the day of the rape. Right, save this page. But then the second meet with Marland was a controversial meet. I should go and get Candice to my house. I should get Candice to my house from under the bridge. Under the bridge, where the hookers stay there under the bridge, catwalking, they just want to, whether it's a 5 or a 10. He's had one girl there with no teeth, and apparently she was good. I said, why don't you go? Oh, no, I don't want to use my car. I don't want to go in my car. I don't want to, but she's... I said, why don't you take her to your house then? I'm not, I said, you want me to bring somebody to my house? Somebody, come on. It's not every person you bring home. You're probably thinking, yeah, but you're a hooker, you bring everybody home. Look, I gauge. And I'm not getting any, I know what I'm talking about. It's my life and I gauge it. And I said, you're not bringing that hooker home. It's either you do it in the car or you take her to your house. Oh, I've got expensive things in my house. I said, oh, so you're using my house in Gorton, my council house, to do your I was offended, angry, but not surprised. So we had a few words and we didn't speak for a while. I remember we didn't speak. That was November. We didn't speak December. He knew that I was angry with him. He knew that I had fallen out with him. He just knew. And then after Christmas, we didn't speak and all that. Then on January the 9th, the day the rape happened. Now listen carefully. The story I'm about to tell you now is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help me God. I could even tell you this truth under oath because it is nothing but the truth. Nothing subtracted, nothing added, not exaggerated, just the truth of 9th of January. It's sad that I'm using my phone because I wanted to read out every message. So, it was 9th of January, 2022. It was a winter morning. Marland Yardi, on this day, it was, in the afternoon at first, he sent a message, Happy New Year. And I said, oh, Happy New Year. Oh, that was it. Just a simple Happy New Year. And then that morning, he's a party animal. So he partied all night. In the morning, similar time to the morning he came the first day, about 6 o'clock. Yeah? No, hang on. Shit, my phone. I needed my phone. Okay, first of all, it was around 3 o'clock. 3 a.m. he asked me, hi, Sandra. Can you get me a girl? Yeah? And this is me. Remember, I am open-minded. I am broad-minded. I do arrange meets for people, consenting adults. I arrange parties. I arrange, ratata, what's the code, you name it. I arrange it all. Things I cannot say on TikTok, but I arrange it all. Okay? So he said, can you arrange for me a girl? I said, Marland. No, at this time, I didn't know his name was Marland. Marley. He just told me he's Marley. I said, Marley, look, it's 3 in the morning. You and I are awake. Just because you and I are awake doesn't mean everybody is awake. Hello, it's 3 in the morning. Get me a girl, yeah? Save that page. Sandra, get me a girl. In text message, get me a girl. In text, I reply back, the world is asleep. Just because you and I are awake doesn't mean people. I cannot find anybody at this time. An hour later, it's okay, Sandra. I've got a girl. But she needs to have a little sleep. Do you mind if I use your spare room? It's all in the messages. The investigations, the crime scene investigations, they've had my phone for 6 months. All these messages I'm reading, I'm telling you now, I would have loved to have read them accurate, but I'll try to be as accurate as possible. It's okay, Sandra. Don't worry about getting me a girl. I've got a girl. So imagine, an hour beforehand, get me a girl. I said I can't. And then, it's okay, cool. I've got a girl. Can I come and use your spare room? I said, oh, okay, fine. Which I thought, even better. I don't have to to meet those demands. Even better. He'll probably just give me something for my spare room. I don't mind. I don't mind. You just want to bring a girl, chill in there. Okay. He said, yeah, but I've told the girl, it's all in messages which the police have. There's probably police officers listening to this live, so I don't have to exaggerate. They just have to go on the computer and they'll see everything there. So he said to me, I've told the girl that you are my cousin so that she doesn't panic. So I said, yeah, but she definitely needs to sleep. And then I thought, No, he said she's passed out. That's the key word in this crime scene as well. She's passed out, but she needs to sleep. If he just said she's passed out, I would have said, then she needs medical attention if she's passed out. But he said she's passed out, she needs to sleep. So I thought, oh, they've probably just been having a drink. She's a bit drunk. I know how silly some people can drink, intoxicated to who. So I thought, oh, if he says she needs to sleep, that's quite considerate. Yeah. So what I did, do I have to demonstrate exactly where my room is and where the other room is? He came in, so I just opened the door. Sorry, oh God, I'm missing things here, sorry. I asked him, I said, how long will you be? Marland said 4 minutes. It's all in the messages the police have. How long will you be? 4 minutes. I thought, wow, so he must have already been on the way. He must have already just known that, oh, Sandra is going to say yes. If I asked to use the other room. Considering in the afternoon we had a little Happy New Year kind of thing. Okay. 4 minutes. I said, right, let me get decent. Remember, he said, I've told her you're my cousin. So I thought, right, if I'm your cousin, then I'm not going to go to the room in my birth suit. At least let me get, decent and at least say, hi, yeah, I'm Marland's cousin. I go with the flow. This is my job. Most of the times I play dead. I'm used to playing dead. When a client receives a phone call from the wife, I have to play dead. So if I have to play cousin, come on, role play of a cousin, what have I got to lose? But then what I did, I went and opened. He didn't give me chance. When he said 4 minutes, within a minute, I heard his Range Rover, his big, massive Range Rover. Vroom! And I thought, oh my God. So he was only 1 minute away. So all I did, went to the door, opened the door, went to my room. Yeah? I've heard his Range Rover, opened the door, went to my room. So he comes out of his car with this girl. This girl, by the way, was out to a place called China White. She was out like a normal, you know, I don't know what you, I didn't hear read the message there, but let me just, I don't want to lose track, so let me explain this, yeah? This girl was out in Manchester to a place called China White, a nightclub. It's a restaurant stroke nightclub called China White. So apparently he met her there because the police went and checked all the CCTV, and I'll tell you, you know, some of what happened. So anyway, back to my house here. I opened the door, ran back to my room. So him and the girl come straight in. All I shouted was, lock the door. Make sure you lock the door behind you. So did I hear the girl? No. They went to the spare room. Hang on. For you to understand properly, hang on, let me turn. Where's the switch? Flip. Hang on. Where's the flip? Turn around. Come on, Sandra, you should know this one. This one should be easy. Turn it off. I'm just going to do that. So, this is exactly what happened. Yeah? That's my door. Listen to this very carefully because the story continues, yeah? This is my door. All I did, opened the door for him and went straight to my room, which is over there. Marland came straight in and went to this room. So this was the room for the crime scene. This is the room where he had been. And in this room, most important, I've got this lampshade here. There's a reason I'm telling you, we'll get back to it. So Marland came straight to that room. I went straight to my room. All I shouted was for him to leave the door. I just shouted him to make sure he's locked the door. Okay? So that was about 6 o'clock now. I'm there in my room, knowing that it's not a booking with me. He's not booked in with me. That's the arrangement. He's not booked in with me. He's just brought a girl. Did I see the girl? No, I did not see the girl. Did I? Until after, when things happened. But then when Marland came in, as soon as I went to my room, I was just there on my bed. They went to that room. Then Marland comes into my room. He comes into my room in a mood. What's the name of the athlete? Marland Yardi. Marland comes into my room now. I'm sat there on my bed. Right. We need to get this straight. I said, are you okay? No, I'm just saying we need to get this straight. If you're going to fuck me up, Sandra, if you're going to fuck me up, you don't know who I know. I'm not a gangster. But I know people. I could ring them now and you'd be dead in minutes. What have I done wrong? I said, is everything okay? No, I just want us to be on the same level, yeah? If you're gonna fuck me up, I swear down, I'm not a gangster, but I know people. I could ring them and within 2 minutes, girl, you're dead. Of course, that scared me. I knew he was a dick, an asshole, but come on, what have I done to deserve these words? If you fuck me up, what am I gonna fuck you? How? Why? I was confused and of course scared. Wow, okay. So he at that point, I remember, 1 second, we need to get this straight because one day this case is going to go to court. So I was sat over there. I was sat over there. And then he's, oh God. Then, right, now I'll finish this live from my room. So this was me sat over here, being lectured in my own house. You don't know who I am. You don't this and you don't that. Oh, okay. Then he takes off his clothes, all his clothes, his top, his jeans, and he's only left now in his boxers. I remember because I've got those mirrors there. Can you see those? Oops, sorry, there's dildos everywhere. Oh my God, there's dildos everywhere. TikTok is gonna burn. Sorry. I forgot about that. Right, dildos everywhere. We don't want TikTok to... Okay. He took off his clothes and started flexing his body. You know, like... You know what they do? You know how they do with their chest when they know they've got a good body. But remember, at this time, I am terrified. I am scared. I am wondering, what have I done to deserve these threats? Death threats? You don't know? I could get somebody. I'm not a gangster. I know gangs. I know. What have I done, really? What's going on? So he flexed himself in his boxers, went to that room where the girl was. He was there for at least a good half an hour in his boxers, multicolored boxers, yeah. And then he came back naked. Oh, oops. Sorry. Naked. His parts, his, you know the aubergines moist, yeah. Naked, aubergines moist. You know, the cucumbers, moist, as in moist. Okay? After about 30, 40 minutes. And I remember that lampshade was on. He asked me, where do you switch off the lampshade? Because it's got, you know, that button underneath. Where do you switch off the lampshade? I said, come on. You know, just switch it off. At this time, I've been threatened, scared shit. And still just wondering, what the hell's going on? Yeah? He said, oh, okay, I don't want much light. So he switched off. The main light was off. The lamp, he wanted it off. He was using his phone light. Yeah? This is a girl who, I'll get back to the girl later. But in a nutshell, she was unconscious. So he came into my house with an unconscious girl who was... he was sure, you know, not unconscious with alcohol, no. The plot thickens, but she was unconscious. And then after that, he came back to my room. I said, is she okay in there? Does she want to? He was like, oh, you know, I want to drink. So I had some Courvoisier. He started drinking. I said, is she okay in there? Does she want to drink? If you're going to ask me that one more time, I'm leaving her. I'm going. I said, why are you in a bad mood? Have you got bipolar or something? What have I done wrong? You know, why are you just in a bad mood? I'm only asking, does she want to drink in there? You know, I'm only asking because I thought, I've heard nothing. I've heard nobody. I've just heard, you know, all I've seen is a moist aubergine. And then he came to my room, you know, eat this aubergine. And held my head, you know, things that held my head. And then I remember saying, hang on a second, I don't know where that aubergine has been. So I went to the bathroom, you know, for peace sake. I went to the bathroom, took a flannel, cleaned this person up. And that flannel was also taken by the crime scene because I told them, I said, right, after he came from that room, aubergines, cucumbers, moist. Then I cleaned them with this flannel and, you know, they took everything. So the story goes now he was switching, you know, switching between conscious woman and conscious girl. Conscious woman and conscious girl. Conscious woman and conscious, you know, as if it's a fantasy. You know, it was amusing him. You know, between a conscious woman and an unconscious girl. You know, that switch, it was almost amusing him. And I think he had gotten to that point he was tired. And then he came to my room, tired, started doing his balloons and started watching, you know, the naughty stuff and started sniffing, yeah? Sniffing Coca-Cola. So, after that, I'm saying, I asked him again, is she okay in there? Then he flipped. Hell broke loose. This time, I've just told you, yeah? You know, you get on my nerves. I've just told you, if you ask me one more time, I am going. So I said, so you're going and leaving somebody I don't know in my house, somebody you brought. I said, come on, be real. Then he was indulging in his balloons again, balloons. I just said, I'm pressed, I need to go to the bathroom. And remember, at this point, I was scared to move. I was scared to use my phone. I was scared to do anything. Marland succeeded at making me scared. I said, please, I need to go to the bathroom. Of course, go to the bathroom. I remember flushing the toilet and then going to that room. Because I thought, why is he so... You know when somebody's just acting very... Not that I knew him that much, but you know when somebody's acting odd. I thought, what's happening in there? I went in there. All I saw was a girl who was just... was a girl who was just naked, her clothes on the floor, you know, naked and clueless, not a clue. She didn't know where she was, who brought her, what she's doing. And I was like, shh, shh, because I thought if Marland comes out and finds me in this room, I'm dead. I said, please don't speak. I said, you know, I shook her and shook her and shook her. I said, I remember going even in her handbag to see if she's got any form of ID. You know, I didn't know how to handle this. But I was with the police throughout. I was with the police on the phone when everything was happening. Because this girl was like, where am I? Who are you? Where am I? You know, she was just confused. Not a clue who she was. What's happening? Why am I naked? Why am I naked? I said, you don't know why you're naked? She said, no. You don't know why you're naked? And then at this time I was whispering, you don't know why you're naked? She said, no, I don't. Why am I naked? And she thought, why, you know, I've never seen somebody so confused in her own state. Why am I naked? That sentence broke my heart. And then I pieced all the puzzles together. Okay, why am I naked? I said, so you don't know the black guy with dreadlocks? You know, distinctive black guy with dreadlocks. Exactly like this color, this long. So you don't know this black guy with dreadlocks who brought you here? No, I don't know anything. I'm supposed to be with my friends. It's my... You know, I just thought, nah, this is too much for me to handle. This is too much. I put the phone on 999 emergency. I thought this is too much for me. And that is when it all started. And then I rang a neighbor. I said, please help us. I don't know how, I mean, you know, wow. At that time, Marland was watching Paul. He was watching Paul and sniffing and with the balloons. At this time, he was done and dusted with the girl. Done and dusted with me. He just wanted to kind of relax. After his sinful morning, he just wanted to sit back. And I said to my neighbor, I said, I don't know how to come out of here. I'm in a situation. You know what? My neighbors are great. They are awesome. And what they did that day was so brave, so honorable, so helpful. God bless them and bless them more and more. And we managed to escape without shoes. Without shoes. I said to her, just come out. If you have to come out of here, I said, look, don't put me, I said, I'm in danger being in this room. Can we she couldn't even walk. She was just drowsy. And my God, we escaped. It was snowing that day, 9th of January. 9th of January, it was snowing that morning. You know, it was ice on the floor. We went without shoes, escaped. And oh my God, at that time, I was still on the phone to the police. And that was when they came in and arrested Marland. And they took the girl to the hospital, you know, even including one volunteer two volunteers who took the girl to the hospital with the police because she was so shaken, so disturbed. All this girl did was go out on her 18th birthday. You know, she went out on her 18th birthday and her parents just treated her as you would whatever you can afford for your 18th. Come on, I've got a son who is 22. She's younger than my daughter. Sorry, she's a daughter younger than my son. And to think she was out celebrating her 18th birthday and somebody lured her. She was with her friends. So the police went to China White, the nightclub where they met. All her parents know is her parents had booked her a nice table with her friends, bought her a car on her birthday, booked her a nice table with the friends, and all they know, their daughter didn't make it home that day. The police checked CCTV and how he lured her into his car. My God, girls, look after each other, okay? Girls, look after one another. Be your sister's keeper. Be each other's keeper. Marland lured this girl as she was about to go in the taxi. First, in the bar, in the pub, he had all eyes on her. All eyes, lured her at that time at the bar, and this is a girl who, she's just, 17, turned 18 that night. And she was most of the time on her Snapchat. I saw her Snapchats, on the phone. She said, but I was okay. Why am I like this? I didn't drink that much. I was just having fun on Snapchat. She remembers she didn't drink much. She was just having fun. What did Marland give her? And then Marland said to me, oh, you know what? Yeah. Anyway, the plot thickens. The police checked CCTV in the nightclub. They checked CCTV outside and how the girl and the friend, they were literally in the taxi. Yeah, the truth, nothing but the truth. They were in the taxi after their night out, and then, oh, you girls, we're having some, I don't know what happened from there because the police have the details, but Marland used some luring tactics and he ended up dropping off one girl. And as soon as he dropped one girl, thought, right, now I'm left with one girl. That's when he thought, okay, I'll take her to Sandra's spare room. I won't say anything, but I'll just use her spare room. And did I know that Marland was using my spare room with intentions to rape a girl who was unconscious? No. I was not aware of anything. All I knew was Marland was coming to my house. Oh God, I've got someone with me. It's not the first time somebody has come to me as in just, can I use your spare room? Come on, we're all adults. But this time it happened with a non-consenting adult. That sex was not consented. When a girl is like, why am I naked? Where am I? Wow. Confused. Clueless. Not a clue where she was. What brought her here? Why she is naked. And according to her Snapchats, she was just, snapping herself on her 18th birthday, having fun. She had a table there and, just living a happy, good life on an 18th birthday until Marland striked and changed this girl's life now forever. So this place was a crime scene investigation. It was a crime scene and there was a big in the, yeah. So Marland was taken in handcuffs into the police car. And after about half an hour, the station, the police headquarters, sent a message to the police here, it was now a crime scene, everything sealed off and whatever. They sent a message to say, Sandra has to be arrested. Oh my God, you guys. This was my first arrest in my entire life everywhere, not in any country, not in any continent. I've never been arrested in my life. Never. You know, I've never been arrested, never done fraud or shoplifting, or I'm just me, a happy hooker, a justified hooker, just me, an essential worker, really, an essential worker, a key worker. And this was my first arrest in my life. They said, Sandra, we're going to have to arrest you. You're under arrest. Anything you say or do will be blah, 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 blah. Anything you say or do will be blah, blah. Blah, blah. I remember I was wearing, trust me, if I told you what I was wearing when I was arrested, stay right there. Stay right there. Who wants to see what I was wearing? Oh, God. I said, arrested? I said, what have I done wrong? And up to now, I would love to know what Marlon must have said for me to be arrested. What he must have said to get out of his dilemma, I don't know. But at the same time, there are some women out there like Ghislaine Maxwell who arranges things for rich people, for celebrities. I could have been anybody arranging this for Marland, but guess what? I don't do that. All I do is arrange parties for adults, most of them in their 30s, 40s, 50s, and some even 60s, consenting. You know, but this one was a new one for me. Okay, so you're going to arrest me. I went to the police headquarters in Newton Heath. You know, they offered me a tracksuit, and wow, it was just all new to me. I thought I was dreaming. I said, you know, I kept asking, why am I arrested? I want to know. What have I done wrong? They said, look, let's just go. So, oh my God, I wasn't handcuffed. But Marland was handcuffed, but still, in that police van, I was thinking, am I dreaming? What's happening to me? What sort of world is this? Where I've reported a crime and I'm being arrested. Okay, maybe, yeah, they need to get all sides of the story. So, okay, you know, I was there in that first time in a police station in my entire life. I am 41 years old. I have never been arrested, ever. They asked me, have you ever been arrested? I said, no, I haven't. All I am is a hooker. I'm just a hooker, a justified hooker, a happy hooker. I've done nothing wrong. Please believe me. They said, well, do you need a lawyer? I said, I don't even need a lawyer to defend what? I've got nothing to defend myself. What have I done wrong? What am I doing here? Oh, okay. Do you need a tracksuit? Oh, you know, they gave me a tracksuit and, you know, because I was just... Okay, they gave me a tracksuit and I was in that cell. My whole world. Do you know what Marlon did to this girl? But remember, what he did to me was not as worse as what he did to this teenage girl. I'm talking of somebody who was 17, just turned 18 on that day. You know, I am double her age. I can handle, you know, but wow. But still it hurt. It was tormenting. I didn't know what to do. I was in that cell and my God, hearing some people shouting, ah! I thought, oh my God, wow. And they came to check on me. Are you okay? I said, yes, can I just have a glass of water? They're like, yes, you can. I could hear some people shouting from the cells. And then around 2 o'clock in the morning, they said, right, we've got a lawyer for you. I said, a lawyer for what though? And then I just went in this interview room. I just said, this is what happened. You know, then the lawyer said, well, you just have to tell them what happened. He said, of course I'll tell them what happened. We went to the interview room. I said, well, this is what happened. This, you know, at that time they had confiscated my phone. I said, have you got my phone? You've got my phone. Bring my phone and I'll read the messages. So they said, okay. So at 3 o'clock, Marland asked you to get him a woman. I said, yeah. And you told him you couldn't get him a woman. I said, yes, those are the messages. And 2 hours later, Sandra, I've got a woman, but I just need to use your spare room. He actually said spare room. I said, yes. I said, and it wasn't even a threesome. It's not like, I said some people come with a partner and we do a threesome, but this was not even a threesome. I did not even see the girl until the morning when Marlon thought I'd gone to the bathroom. Then I sneaked into the spare room to see what's happening, to, you know, to have a little nosy, because he was just acting very, very nasty to me. And then I explained everything. This is what happened. He came in and just threatened me. If I'm going to fuck him up, I'm fucked. I'm dead. So that was the interview. Everything is... I said, yeah, that's what happened. And after the interview, they said, right, Sandra, we're going to drop you off. You know, so they dropped me off. Wow. So that's the story about me and Marland. Any questions? Just ask questions now, because I need to go now. I need to go. If anybody wants to ask me any question, please do. Oh, that corset is so cute. Thank you. Let me go as far back and just watch to your room to mind. And just went to your room to mind your business. Do you still let people use your spare? No, at that time, my house is 2 bedrooms. Yeah, my room and my son's room. But at that time, my son had gone to supported living. You know, they tried to get him into supported living. You know, my son's got severe difficulties. He's autistic with a chromosome abnormality. He cannot live independently. And last year, you know, we wanted to get him to live in supported housing. So he was living in Blakely, but he came back. So my son was out of the house for 5 months. For the first time in his life, for 5 months, he was out. He was not in Gorton because he was living under supported living, you know, because he can never live independently. But then he came back because his care plan was not good. He couldn't even make himself like a hot chocolate. You know, my son, as much as he's severely disabled, he wants to do certain things for himself. You know, at least try to make a hot chocolate. You know, things like that. And then I felt he was just not allowed to do certain things which he tries to do on his own. And I thought, no. So the care plan was not the right plan. So he will be moving in the near future. But yeah, so that became a spare room. It was the only time in 5 months. Sorry, it was the only time in 17 years that it became a spare room. But that was, yeah. So during that 5 months, I must admit, I had here and there 2 girls, you know, 2 girls who would sometimes advertise and work, you know. And Marland came and used that spare room, but he used my spare room for crime. Do I still allow people to use? Since then, nobody has used that room. But if anybody requires that room, one day, yes, but this time I'll just be more vigilant to just, you know, on that day, like he said on that message, it was only a message, I've told her, you're my cousin, so she doesn't panic. So all I did was open the door, tap, tap, tap into my room. That was it. Heard nothing, heard no movement of another person, or didn't even hear her going to the bathroom or something, nothing. I heard nothing. I heard nothing. I just went to my room to mind my business. Exactly. Is there going to be a trial? Or has he already been? Okay. Now the story continues. This is the confusion. I've contacted so many journalists. I've emailed so many people that there is something going on here. So if there's anybody listening here to this who is an investigator, a journalist, whatever. I know there's one person who went to the police to find out what's happening. All they said was, no, he's not going to be charged. But the reason the police gave me was, because the girl is in a bad place. What the police said to me 2 weeks ago, when they brought everything, because from this house they took all the beddings that were in that room, all my beddings, so many things were taken by the police. And last week, they brought everything, including my phone. I had to buy another phone. This is another phone because obviously, come on, they've had the phone for 6 months. So I had to buy another phone the following day. Yeah? So, this is now what's happening. This is the crucial part. So somebody, please Please, this is everybody's business. All I've told you is the truth. When the police came to bring my things, I said, yeah, go on. They said, oh, no further action on you. I said, yeah, no further action. I wasn't surprised. Come on. I wasn't surprised. But trust me, if I was in Africa, I would have been fucked. Come on. It's all about corruption, bribery. The police would just say, oh, come on, he's a football. He's an athlete. Hey, put her behind bars. I would have been fucked. I was fucked if I was in another country. But I so much believe in the justice system here. But this time, even I am confused. So somebody, do something. Do something, and I mean this sincerely. Do something for every woman. Do something about this. Because the police, all they've said to me was, from their own words, the file has been closed. It could reopen in future because the girl is in a bad place. That's it. Write that down. The file has been closed. And that day when I was told that, I was ranting. I said, even the people who took the girl to the hospital with the police, they said never. They said never. I said, this is what the police have told me. They said never. For real? I said, honestly. They said they said, so he's not been charged? I put out a statement. Everybody, go to my statement. I think I put out a statement last week. You will see a written statement, 4-page statement. It's on my TikTok. It's on my TikTok. It's on my Twitter. Yeah, my TikTok, my Twitter. There's a written statement there of what happened. And if anybody is passionate about justice, do something about this. If you're passionate about justice, help. I've got so many questions. What happened? What could have happened? I know exactly what I was faced with when I went to. I know. I have an idea. Did I see anything physically, as in catching red-handed, doing something? No. Did I hear anything? No. But I know what I experienced. I know who was doing ping pong from that room to mine. From the unconscious girl to conscious girl. I know how I was shocked to see a girl so shocked, so confused, so naked, wondering why she's naked. She was like, oh my God, I hope nobody has done, I hope nobody has, you know what I mean? And when she went to the hospital, 2 people from my square here, 2 people from down there, they took her to the hospital. Imagine, you guys, the people, I know people say, oh, Goton, the shithole. I'll tell you what, in this place, what you call the shithole, people have so little, but they give so much. Imagine a neighbor and the daughter. This is because this daughter has, they bonded a bit in that hour when the police were there. And she said, please come with me. And she said, yes, I will. And she left her 3 kids all day, went with her to the hospital. People with so little, they give so much. So much of the little they have, so much of their time. And wow, my neighbors, if anybody wants to get them a bunch of flowers just to thank them, I've done that already. I've done that already, just to say thank you for what you did that day, for taking the victim to the hospital, to the, just everything. And they say, look, she was obviously, the results obviously, and my neighbors were like, what? He's what? Another rapist gotten away with it. Another rapist. So they've said the file has been closed and could reopen. Why has it been closed? Because the girl is in a bad place. Yeah, that's what I've been told. That's why I'm saying, was the girl white? Yes, the girl was white. Read my statement, please, everybody. Read my statement. It's online from 2 weeks ago. What's the title of this statement? You'll see my post. I've written something, you know, on the iPhone notes. On iPhone notes, there's 4 pages of iPhone notes. I've written everything, including how color has played a part in this, including how all these, oh, Black Lives Matter, Black Lives Matter, oh, Black Lives Matter. I received all sorts of hate. How dare you report, end somebody's career over a white girl? How dare you report a black man over a white girl? Everyone's logic is different. Read my statement. Read my statement. Was the man white? The man is black, Marland Yadi. The man is black guy with dreadlocks, same color as these, black athlete. Yeah, the girl is a white girl. She's now 18 years old when it happened. That was the day it happened, on her birthday. Is he Jamaican or African? He's Jamaican. Yeah, somebody probably thinks, oh, what's color got to do with it? Color has got everything also to do with it. Do you know how much stick I have received for reporting a black man over a white teenager? Like, come on. How can you do this to your own people? How do you feel now destroying a black man's career over a white girl? Oh, according to me, every life matters. I don't know about you. I don't know what planet you're on. I don't know about your reasoning, but according to me, every life matters. Every life matters. But according to some people, Black Lives Matter. So I should have just not reported a black man, especially over a white girl. That's been the logic in this. It's all in my statement. What's the Twitter? Yeah, my Twitter is Sandra. Oh, I'm allowed to give my Twitter, isn't it? I think it's not the other one. Am I allowed to mention? Anyway, my name. Yeah, oh God. My name, Sandra _NTONYA. That's my username on like every, on there and on there and on there. Yeah, so I have gotten, I wouldn't bother. Somebody said I wouldn't bother. I wouldn't bother what? I don't know what you mean there. Also, the police. I don't know what you mean there. All I hear is, okay, Sandra _. Yes, thank you. Thank you to whoever has written it. Somebody has written it down there. So it's been a difficult year for me, everybody. But still, we move. It's been a difficult year. This happened on the 9th of January. But life is a pickle. Life is a pickle. We're all in a pickle. That's all I can tell you. Yeah. When you seen her, do you phone the police? Oh yeah. Well, the moment she asked me all these questions, where am I? Why am I naked? Who are you? I said, don't you know this guy, a black guy with big dreadlocks, long dreadlocks? Don't you know him who brought you here? No. You know, where you can just tell that something beyond alcohol. It was something far beyond alcohol. You know? Come on. I mean, people who drink all the time. Come on, this was beyond alcohol. Yeah. So I just knew that she was sexually assaulted with a certain concussion. We don't know what. But they say the file has been closed. So I'll leave it there. From this point, you know better than I. How does it work? But all I know is that a rapist has been is on the loose. That's all I know. If it was anything different, I wouldn't have been bold to even put that statement on Twitter and on TikTok and on YouTube. I've put that statement on Facebook, everywhere. The day the police told me that, I put that statement out. And I told the journalists, I said, there's more to it than meets the eye. There is more to it than meets the eye. Yeah. So that's that. Last question, and then I will go. Maybe he paid to shut her. Yep, that could be another reason. So if he paid to shut her up, because I thought that would normally be in civil cases. In criminal cases, I didn't even know that you can just rape and pay off. So just know that, an entitled person is on the loose. That's it. Read my statement. It is on Twitter and another one on here on TikTok. On that note, what's the name? Somebody has written the name there. Sandra _ Antonia Ntonya. Somebody's like, did you have a big aubergine? Well, yeah. It's the Happy Hooker in Manchester. The Happy Hooker, the Justified Hooker. And don't forget to get a copy of Confessions of a Justified Hooker. Yeah, get your copy. If you've already gotten your copy, please leave a review. And to that guy who said hi to me to say, remember when you had a breakdown and I rescued you, please, that guy in the beginning who said he rescued me on the M56, please come and find me. I owe you. I owe you my passion. That's it. On that note, everybody, bye-bye.